In this video, we are going to talk about some do's and some don'ts with the driver, with the big stick. Some of the things that you don't want to do, things that could really hurt distance and direction, and then talk about what you should do when using driver. So my name is Callum Beveridge. If you've not been to the channel before, I'm a P.G.A Golf Professional, a P.G.A coach. If you have, then you know who I am. So the first don't with driver. Yes, we need to have the ball further forward in the stance, but don't have it too far forward. I see a lot of golfers who have that golf ball outside the left heel in an attempt to hit up on the ball, in an attempt to just get that ball forward. So the things that you would see, that club head is going to travel from out to in because it's much later in the arc. Also, what tends to happen is when golfers put the ball too far forward, they adjust and point their body towards the golf ball. And what does that do? That affects our body alignment. And if we were to see that from this angle, if that golf ball goes too far forward, the chest, the rib cage, the shoulders turn and point to the left, and all of a sudden we've now got the upper body open to our feet. What's that going to do? Much more likely to pick that club head up and get quite a vertical swing. But the big negative, if you're someone who slices or pulls, is probably going to swing down the direction that your shoulders started in with a ball position that's already forward, and all of a sudden that swing path becomes way out to in. Two potential outcomes there. If you keep the face square to that path, you hit a low, straight left pull. If you get the face open to that swing path, that is when you're going to start increasing the amount of spin, having lots of left to right curvature, and we just don't want that. So make sure the ball is forward, but not too far forward. So two different reference points that you can have. So two reference points, we can either start with the feet together, so the middle of the feet point at the golf ball, small step, big step, and the two reference points would be either the golf ball is inside the left heel, or if you want to do something upper body, because people are different shapes and sizes, the most important thing is that that golf ball is on the lead shoulder. It's not too far forward, it's not too far back, it is on the lead shoulder. So this little notch here right on your shoulder, that is where we want the golf ball to be. So number one, don't put the ball too far forward in the stance. We don't want it to affect our alignment. So very quickly, if you found all the videos useful, please do click that red subscribe button, click the thumbs up if you've liked this video, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you're first to know about the two videos that come out every single week. So now we move on to don't number two. And number two is, obviously we don't want the ball forward, like we said in number one, but we don't want to set up like an iron. And I think that's really, really important. We don't want a downward attack angle on this golf ball if we're going for extra distance. So what we want to do, and the differences are between driver and iron, obviously that ball is forward like we just spoke about, but when you set up to the golf ball, rather than an iron being almost this T shape where the shoulders are fairly level and the spine is fairly neutral. Yes, there might be a little bit of tilt either way depending on what shot shape, but with driver we're obviously going for more spine tilt and more shoulder tilt. Okay, in terms of angle, we probably want something like 5 degrees of spine tilt, so we're just tilted away from the target. From this angle, the hips are moving left, the spine moves to the right, just ever so slightly, just enough that you can hit that golf ball on the upswing, get higher launch, get more distance, and decrease the spin, which is the recipe for more distance. So, super simple tip. So a really easy thing to make sure you're set up in that way. Get the ball position right from tip number one. So either inside the left heel or in line with the lead shoulder. And then easy thing to do, and this stops you turning the shoulders to the left also, is grab your right hand, place it on the back of your right thigh. So not the side of it, the back of it. This closes the shoulders rather than open the shoulders, and then slide that hand down towards the knee slightly. So that's going to get us in a good position for driver. So from this angle, on the back of the right thigh, slide it down towards your knee, and then come in and hold that golf club. So ball in line with the lead shoulder, coming in, hand on the right thigh, slide down towards the knee. That means we've got a good amount of tilt, ready to hit some nice drives down the middle of the fairway. So that's number 2, do not set up like an iron. There are some small subtle differences which help you get a different impact position from driver into iron. So don't number 3 is don't just use your arms, because you're not going to generate a lot of power. I see a lot of amateurs that are just using their hands and arms and not coiling and using the big muscles effectively. Remember, we generate speed using the legs, using the hips, getting that torso to wind up, getting those shoulders to wind up. That is how we create as much speed as we possibly can. So it all comes from ground up. So if we really want to effectively coil up the body instead of just using the arms, the left knee has to fold in slightly. So it folds down and in. So once we've got past that initial takeaway position, we need the left knee to fold in. That allows the hips to rotate. If the hips go round, that allows the torso to rotate, and then that allows a huge shoulder turn, which is really going to be great for increased speed. It's also going to help you hit up on the golf ball. If you just swing the hands and arms and just chop down on it, the ball's not going far, and you're also going to hit down on the ball. So anyone struggling to hit the ball from the inside, this is going to help. Anyone looking to try and get some extra distance, this is going to help. So we set up. What I want you to try and do is just have a few practice swings where you go to the takeaway position. So just sort of turn the Y shape. If you're looking for another video, I've done another Y-shaped takeaway video on my channel. So that's Y down the arms, down the golf club. So we turn that Y shape away, but once we've turned the Y shape, it's time to wind up. So left knee folds in, hips come round, torso, shoulders, big body turn, really coiled up. Again, from this angle, keep the Y, left knee in, hips rotate, torso turns, shoulders turn, we're wound up, we're coiled up, and that is going to be a much more powerful backswing. So let's give that a go, really winding up with the driver. This is going to help you shallow the golf club by turning really, really well in the backswing. So that's number 3, don't swing the hands and arms, use the big muscles. Coil up properly, use the body, you'll generate more speed, have a better path, better face control, probably strike it better. You won't hit many high on the face because you're chopping down. You're going to strike the ball a lot better also. So lots of good gains from coiling up the body better, particularly with driver. Really, really helpful. And number 4, one that I hear all the time, if you're slicing, if you're hooking the ball, if you're not hitting fairways, it is not the swing speed that's the cause of those shots. The amount of time I've heard people say, slow your swing down, you'll hit the ball straighter. That's not the fault. The faster you swing, the more it highlights any club face that's either open, which if that club face is too open to your path, you're going to hit some slices. If that club face is too close to your path, then you're going to start hitting some hooks. Do not think by swinging slower, you're going to sort out your bad driving. If you're slicing the ball, you've got an open club face, you need to work on closing that club face to hit the ball straighter, not slowing your swing down. And if you're someone who is hooking the ball off to the left, again, don't think about slowing the swing down. The closed club face is the reason that that's happening. So you need to do something that's going to help you open the face. That may be a grip change, that may be some wrist angle changes in order to get that face in a better position, but don't swing slower. The objective with driver, we want to hit the ball as far as we possibly can. There's a correlation between how far you can hit the ball and how low you can score. So generally, lower handicap golfers hit the ball a lot further than your mid to high handicappers. So if you can add 20 yards, if you can add 30 yards, you're going into greens with 9 iron rather than 6 iron, and that can make an enormous difference. So we want to swing as fast as possible with good technique. Winding up properly into the backswing is really going to help us with that. But if the ball is travelling offline, don't slow the swing down. Work on strike and work on club face. And that's where you can check out other videos on the channel. Whether you're slicing, whether you're hooking the golf ball, there's some tips for everyone on the channel. So those are the 4 do's and don'ts with driver. Some nice simple tips that you can take away, improve your driving. If you're looking for any extra help with your golf, check out the description link down below, where there's a link where I can give you a free lesson on the Skillest app. You'll find that just here on the screen. All you need to do is send me some of your swings through the app, and then you'll get an analysis video and a video feedback with some drills, some explanation on how you can play better golf, why your bad shots are happening, and what you need to do in order to play better golf. So check out that description link below. There are some other freebies down there in that description. That's the main one. If you're looking for extra help from me, that is the place to go. Once again, thanks for watching the channel and see you next time.